Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today I want to do something that I don't usually do on this channel, and I haven't seen this video, but I want to do a reaction to it because it's got quite an interesting title. It's called Why Gen Z is Embracing Physical Media. And I think I can actually move my screen so you can actually see it. So it's got a good title down there. And yeah, let's put that right back there. And let's make it a bit lower. You don't want me in the center of the screen, but this is why we do these sort of videos, because we like to have fun on this channel. But yeah, I'm just going to watch this guy and I'm going to give some reaction to it. So you might like it, maybe you don't. But let's hear what this guy has to say. And the audio's gone from my headphones, so you'll see the headphones in.
I'm going to talk about why Gen Z is embracing physical media. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Gen Z, apparently, there's a lot of younger people moving towards physical media. And I think
that's 100% true. There are so many kids now, the younger generation, particularly Gen Z, not so much Alpha, because Alpha is still in that younger age group, but definitely Gen Z is moving towards physical media, especially physical gaming. I don't know why, but I want to let this guy have his say first. Let's see what he has to say about it.
A number of reasons, but I think at the very core, the most important reason is that physical media just feels substantial. It's something you can hold in your hand. Yep. It's something that you can actually control. It's not a situation where you're just completely reliant on a streaming service. Streaming is great and all. I have plenty of those services, but it's very temporary. And one day the movie can be here and the next day it could be gone. And if you love a TV show like Friends or whatever, you don't know if the streaming service that you're subscribed to is always going to have it. And there's so many different services now. It feels like cable TV back in the day. You got to...
Okay, he has a lot of good points right here, and I want to talk about it because what he's saying is that streaming services don't always have the catalog that you pay for. So a big example of that is The Office. The Office was a big TV show for Netflix, and then I think it got moved to Peacock in America, I think, because Embassy owns it. Now, it might be licensed out everywhere else. It might be in other places. But also, you know, streaming services can lose these licenses. And also, it is substantial to hold a cover. When I look at my collection here, I look at something like Elvis or whatever. Let's just take Elvis for an example. It's a lot more substantial to grab something and say, you know what? I have a physical representation of this. This is not going anywhere because it's right in my hands. Unless that disc rots or it gets scratched or something, if I take care of it, it's not going to go anywhere. And we're seeing this a lot more now because Gen Z are starting to wake up to the fact that they don't own anything. There's no true ownership with digital and online. Now you might say, oh, I pay for mine and I've never had something taken off me and I'm happy with what I've got. But like, especially with older sports things, especially with like wrestling, for example, TNA has its own streaming service, whereas I have Bound for Glory right here. And I might even sell this at some point, but you know, I have Bound for Glory 2006. Like if I want to go back and watch Jeff Jarrett versus Sting with Special Enforcer Kurt Angle, when I think that was when Kurt Angle joined TNA, I got it right there. And it feels substantial because you own that disc. There's no one who's going to come to your house and say, Jamie, give me that disc back. We're taking it, we're selling it to Netflix, so we're going to have to get every disc out of circulation. They're not going to do that, and it's physically impossible to do that. But he does have some good points about what he's saying. Like, streaming doesn't have the same aura as physical media, especially when it comes to special features. But let's let him continue on. I want to hear what he has to say.
Subscribe to this, subscribe to that. And people, I think Gen Z and everybody is really getting sick and tired of the subscription style for everything. Yeah,
and cable model. I forgot about the cable model. People used to have Netflix all in one place. And it was, when you had subscription, it was have a Netflix, share it with whoever you want, and who cares? As long as you're subscribed, it's combating piracy. I think a lot of people now in the digital space are like, we would rather go back to piracy, or we would rather just go back to physical media. The people who don't support piracy go to physical media. The people who do support piracy just go to piracy. And we're seeing a rise in piracy again as well, because streaming services, when you used to have one, now you've got a Paramount Plus. Now they're talking about merging HBO in with Paramount Plus because that deal's going through. You have Disney, you have Tubi, you have all these other streaming services, and Tubi doesn't cost money though, but you have the sports services, ESPN Plus, you have Peacock in America, you have all these streaming services, you have Stan in Australia. There's just too much out there. And it is becoming like cable. Back when you could just have one service and everything, A lot of people are like, you know what, I can justify that cost. Same as Spotify. Spotify have a model like that still. Go to Spotify, you have all your music. And I prefer YouTube music, but because I'm biased, but I prefer YouTube music, but I think there is a lot of thing to be said there. Have your music all available at one spot makes it a lot more accessible. But that also comes down to internet as well. You're at the mercy of the internet. If your internet subscription ever goes down, you lose access to your music. And I've been ripping my CD collection here somewhere. I've been ripping them again because I want music on my phone again, because I like to know that if the internet ever goes down, I still have access to my music. But I'll let you continue, bud. Let's keep hearing what you have to say.
You got to subscribe to every little service to enjoy pretty much any product now. And even if it's software, a word processor, it's getting ridiculous. And
yep, Microsoft Word, do it as well. I think you have to have everything subscribed these days. I remember when you used to be able to get a disk and put it on multiple computers. I remember when Microsoft Word and all that, Microsoft Office, you could put it on like 14 different PCs with one disk. I remember that. I think that was like 2002 or something.
It's creating a feeling where people feel like, okay, I don't really own anything. And people don't like that. It's bad enough young people can't really own houses. It's bad enough that young people are struggling with student debt.
Yep.
Now we have a situation where they can't even claim possession of a movie, for crying out loud. Casino, great movie, by the way.
And it's a lot cheaper to say, you know what, I'm really only getting on Netflix for House of Cards, for example. You can go and buy House of Cards pretty cheap at a secondhand shop like the Salvos or a CX or wherever. I don't know if CX still do DVDs, but you can get them relatively cheap online as well, eBay. You can get the whole series of Mad Men if you want. You can get the whole series of The Sopranos or whatever on DVD or Blu-ray. And you would still be saving money to like a 6-month subscription over all streaming services. I think you'd be paying a couple of $100 there. Or you could just put $100 in and say, you know what, I've got The Sopranos, I've got Seinfeld, I've got The Office. Yes, it's a bit expensive up front, but over years with that you're going to enjoy it, especially if you're ripping these things, you're going to get a lot more use out of it. But let's continue.
I think a lot of people just say, hey, I want to actually have something I can hold in my hand. So VHS sort of reminds people, it exposes young people to a different era, a different way of life. And it's just something that I think a lot of young people are sort of embracing. So I think we are seeing somewhat of a resurgence when it comes to physical media. I hope Blu-ray actually continues to grow, because now actually DVD sales are greater than Blu-ray sales.
Yes. And that's a trend that people argue about. 4K is rising, 4K is getting there. Even Blu-ray at its peak never reached the heights of DVD. I think most people, when they look at DVD, they look at something that's cheaper, that's a lot more accessible. So the DVD players have been around forever now. They've been around since the late 90s. There is so much DVD players in circulation that you can actually track down what you're looking for. You can say, you know what, I just want something to go on my computer. I just want something that plays well. I just want something to watch when the internet goes down. DVD is the go-to format. Blu-ray is the start point for a lot of enthusiasts. So Blu-ray is the start point of, oh, I want it to look good, I want it to look high-end, I want it to look great. And if you're really an enthusiast, really high-end, you go for 4K and say, I need it the best it's ever looked. I will pay the extra bit of premium to have it look the best it's ever looked. In most cases. Looking at you, Terminator 2. I just had to attack Terminator 2 because it's... Cameron, if you do watch my videos, I'm knocking it because I want you to redo it. I want you to fix it, but that's not going to happen, I don't think.
It's definitely greater than, 4K sales, which...
Look at this. I swear I did not watch the video. I swear on everything, I did not watch the video previously. I literally just got Casablanca down, and now he's playing with Casablanca. Look at this. We're connected, bud. We are connected. I feel a connection. My physical media brother here. We have a connection.
4K media is, especially the older movies, it looks incredible. A lot of stuff looks incredible on 4K.
Good man.
And I hope more people will start to invest, actually, not really invest, but just really grab their own physical copies. If you love a movie, if it's an all-time great movie, like Casino, why not get your copy? And you don't have to worry about this being pushed around. I think a lot of people are just they're just really frustrated with how things are going. So, yeah, this is why I think a lot of younger people are starting to embrace physical media. I think there will be a resurgence. I think there's going to be some situations where the internet's going to be compromised here and there, and people may lose faith in all these streaming services and just saying, hey, I want to have my
already.
own physical copy. Because another thing that's happening, content is actually being changed when it's streamed. So they're actually
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this one. It's why I sold Star Wars. It's why I sold my Star Wars on 4K. Now let me get Star Wars down. Let me get Star Wars down. They took Puppet Yoda out of Star Wars Phantom Menace to put in the digital altered version on the remasters. And even with Star Wars, you know, episode 4 to 6 have been hugely altered since the 90s. Whereas DVD, you know, you can get those special edition or limited edition 2006 releases. You can get even versions of movies that just aren't available on streaming. If I can get up here, you can get like Pirates of Silicon Valley. And things get changed, like 13 Reasons Why I've got on DVD here somewhere. But 13 Reasons Why has been changed because the last scene of Hannah really triggered a lot of people, and it's very confronting. There's a lot of things that may not have been needed to be put on screen, but I'm a fan of let it be seen the way it was intended. Put a disclaimer at the start that there is a very graphic image in this episode. Please be aware. But I'm not a fan of changing media. It's why I won't go out and buy Crocodile Dundee on 4K. I've got a lot of stuff on 4K up here, but I won't go and buy Crocodile Dundee because I know it's altered. I know that it's the encore cut. It's what they take out, like little things that are like, oh, problematic terminology. I don't care about problematic terminology. I want to watch it as it was seen in cinemas. I don't want it to be like politically correct. I'm not watching Crocodile Dundee to be politically correct. I mean, he kills a crocodile in it. I mean, that's not politically correct in the modern age. I'm watching Crocodile Dundee because it's something that I want to watch, not because I need it to be politically correct or messaging. Sorry, I went off on a bit of a rant there. But you understand what I'm saying. I don't like alterations.
editing stuff. So you don't really have the original content. So I think
Yep.
that's going to become more and more of an issue. So I think more people are going to turn to actual physical media. So share your thoughts. Why is Gen Z starting to embrace physical media? I also think there's a certain percentage of the population that values quality.
Yep.
And streaming does offer convenience, but not necessarily the highest quality. The bit rate of the movies that you're watching is a lot lower than what it would be if you were actually watching physical media.
That is true. Now, a lot of you say, oh, there's no comparable difference between streaming and what's on 4K. There is a huge difference. Most streaming services cap the speeds at like 25 megabits per second. And those speeds are okay for 4K over the internet. It's nothing wrong with it. Now, they have opened it up a bit more in times, but to have that many people on your service at one time, they can't give too much out. Whereas if I get something off my shelf here like Grease hits easily. I've seen this hit 120, 130 megabits per second easily at some scenes, like the end scene, like we go together, and you know I got chills, they multiplying, and you know you're the one that I want, and that this hits really high, and you just don't see that on modern streaming, and it might be a couple of years before we get to that point because internet's always picking up, but you do get better quality, especially with something like I haven't seen Blade Runner 2049, but I know people rave about the quality on that. So I know he's got the right one here. He's got the right one to showcase.
It's this overall better picture, better presentation. Yes, you're less likely to have some little weird glitches throughout the movie. And although I did watch this movie, it looks absolutely fantastic. This is Blade Runner 2049. It's a stunning movie. Oh,
He's going to make me watch Blade Runner 2049. He's really selling this movie. I know I need to watch it. I wasn't that big into the first Blade Runner. Sorry, I'm just not that big into Blade Runner. But I do have it here in the sci-fi collection. I do have Blade Runner. It's somewhere. It's all the way over there. I'm not getting up to get it because it's all the way down the bottom there. I'm not getting up to get it. But I will watch it. I will watch Blade Runner. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch Blade Runner 2049 at some point. I say that about everything.
on 4K. It's incredible. There was one point where there's a little glitch for 1 second, but other than that, this movie looks incredible. Sounds incredible, looks incredible. HDR, real HDR, not the streaming stuff you get, but Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Anna de Gamas, big fan of hers. Great movie. I think this is one of the must-haves if you're going to go into the 4K platform.
I'm gonna have to watch it, ain't I? I'm gonna have to watch Blade Runner 2049. I'm gonna have to watch it at some point. He is selling this movie. Okay, I need to watch it. See, my go-to has always been like 2001: A Space Odyssey or Interstellar because those look great on 4K as well. The Nolan movies overall look great on 4K. But I know people rave about Blade Runner 2049, so I will watch it. I will watch it at some point. I swear I will.
This is a must-have, must-own. But yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to embrace physical media, and I'm glad to see younger people really get into it. I think DVD is a pretty good format. I think Blu-ray is much.
Okay, what's in his collection here? Let's see a bit of this. Independence Day, Inglorious, Interview of a Vampire, great movie. The Island is an interesting one. I mean, I sometimes speculate about whether the island was referencing another island that we know about now. But, I don't know. Kill Bill, he's got a good... Leon the Professional, what a movie. He's got the 4K. I don't have the 4K of Leon. I need to get Leon the Professional at some point. Man, he's got some good movies in this. The Matrix looks phenomenal on 4K. But yeah, he's got some real bangers here in his collection. Real good collection.
Better, more durable disc, and the quality is significantly greater than DVD. I'm really focusing on Blu-ray at this point. But when it comes to 4K, if I really love a movie and it's got some action in it, yeah, I'm going 4K.
And he put out the one I literally don't have. I need to get this movie. I need to get Leon the Professional. I love Leon the Professional. It's such a great movie if you haven't seen it. But I love Leon the Professional, but it's a bit expensive. I know it was out of print for a while. It's hard to get from what I understand about it. I mean, it might be easy to get on like on eBay or something, but I don't know. I need to get it at some point though.
Especially if it's at a reasonable price. You know, I'm not paying $40 for no 4K. That's just crazy. But as Leon the Professional, the DVD, I mean the Blu-ray looks pretty good. I decided to upgrade this, by the way. I recently did a video talking about why I wouldn't upgrade. Well, this is when I would upgrade. I get something like this, but I'll talk about that in another video.
That's the thing with 4K collectors all the time, or like collectors overall. Whether your DVD is good enough versus your Blu-ray versus your 4K, what's the time to upgrade? I'm along the line of, I went out and collected everything, so I'm a big smarty pants, but also, look, if you love something, if you love a movie, go out and just upgrade it. I'm just telling you, just go out and upgrade it. If you love the movie and you know you're going to get so much use from it, doesn't hurt to have it. I have 2 versions of Titanic in here somewhere. I have like Jaws, because I watch Jaws a lot. The Godfather, I've got The Godfather, The Green Mile. The MCU, because I watch the MCU a lot, surprisingly. DC, I like my DC, I like my comic movies. I got a lot of horror, so I got a like Child's Play on 4K, all the Child's Plays. I've got Halloween, but I need to sell the Halloweens because I don't watch them that often. Dawn of the Dead, I bought the limited edition Dawn of the Dead. But if you know you're going to get a lot of use from it, that's when I'd say upgrade it. It's worth upgrading if you know you're going to watch it X amount of times over a year or 2. So it's like if you're going to watch it 4, 5, 6 times, it's your favorite movie, go and buy it. It's why I have 2 different versions of Titanic on 4K. I've got one from the UK for that bonus disc and one from the US that only has, I think it has just 4K in it. But you know, 2 different versions of the same movie. I've got multiple across Blu-ray and I've got so much DVD of Titanic. But I know I'm going to watch Titanic. I know I watch Titanic so much. There are times where I'll put in the older DVD just because I want to watch it before the restoration in 2012. I want to see how it originally looked. The original sky, the original graphics. So yeah, let's hear the final part of this video. And that was the end. And you can see
Spider-Man is unquestionable.
Okay, Campier, I'll come to you later, bud. I'll come to you, John Campier, later. But let's go back to his channel, because that was actually a good video. I'm just going to give him a shout out, Reginald Kygler. I'm going to look at you because you got 404 subscribers. So one of my things of having a platform on YouTube is I want to start doing more reaction videos. I'm thinking about doing a secondary channel, Jamie Toomey Reacts, but for right now, the reaction videos for this sort of stuff is going to be on Presents. I have got a gaming video up on Jamie Toomey Gaming, as I mentioned in my channel update. But see, when YouTubers have a platform like I do, I have, what, 4,500 subscribers. We need to be helping, and look, I'm not doing this to put anyone on the spot, but if we've got an audience, we should be pushing some of our audience onto the newer YouTubers, like, or at least how long has he been on YouTube for? Does he have 2026. So he's a new YouTuber. I'm giving him a subscription. I'm going to subscribe to him right now. And I'm going to give that video a like as well because it does help.
I'm going to talk about why Gen Z is embracing physical media.
I don't know how to hype the channel.
VHS, DVD, Blu-ray.
I'm going to hype your channel as well if I can figure it out. Can I hype it? I don't know how to do it. But yeah, you can see some of my subscriptions over here. I watch a bit of everything. But yeah, he is a real physical media sort of YouTuber. What type of videos are you most interested in? What do you think we should say to him? I'm going to give him a reply. I'm going to help this out. What type of videos are you most interested in? Movie and TV. There's too many movie and TV reviews, commentary, pop culture commentary, and electronics reviews. I think we're going to go 4K. I like to see more people doing physical media reviews. Movie reviews, let's give him a like as well, because, yeah, I like to help everyone out. If you're in the physical media space, I like to help you out. Unless you diss me like Slipcover Steve, I'm going to look after you. I'm going to try to get you some subscribers. So yeah, go and follow him, Reginald Cargo, spelled like that. Go and follow his channel, because I have reacted to his video. I want to send some of the traffic his way. So I want to see this subscriber count at 500 by the end of the week. That's my challenge to you. Go and subscribe to him. If we don't get him to 500 subscribers by the end of the week, I'm going to be very disappointed in some of you. Go and follow him. You know, we need more physical media YouTubers. We need more. Especially with the resurgence, we need more physical media YouTubers. But Reginald, great video. I actually really enjoyed what you had to say. And yeah, this has been a reaction video that I don't do too often on the channel. And you're the first, Reginald. So yeah, you're the first on the channel. And if you didn't like me reacting to your video, just reach out to me on Instagram or wherever I am. You can find me pretty easily. And catch me out there. How about that? No, I won't say that. Yeah, you can reach out to me and I'll put the video on private or take it down. So no worries if you don't like the video being up. No worries, I'll take it down. But to my subscribers, no matter what happens with the video, go and follow him. It's great to see more physical media YouTubers in the space. I might react to some more of your videos in the future, but yeah. That's been a video, I guess. And also, I know it's back to front because I've got on a shirt here that's kind of... I know the graphics are back to front because I filmed it with OBM. And yeah. Cool. Let's end this. Oh no, actually it's straight. What do you know? I thought it was going to mirror. See, because I didn't have OBM open. But yeah, go and follow his channel. Go and follow his channel. I might even put an end screen here for the video. I might even put an end screen on this video for his video. So I'll put it somewhere here and you can link it and I'll put it in the description. There's going to be no reason for you to say I couldn't find it. Go and follow another YouTuber. Go and follow a fellow new YouTuber who started in 2026. I want to see his subscriptions hit 500 by the end of the week. That's my challenge to you guys. Go and do it. And Geraldo is going to be very disappointed if my things aren't falling on the floor. It's only Twilight. Only Twilight fell on the floor. We don't care about Twilight as much. Sorry, girls. Geraldo's going to be very disappointed in you if you don't watch the end screen. I'm going to put an end screen over here or over here now. It's going to be up there somewhere. I'm going to put an end screen on it and you're going to go watch it because, yeah, because I only have 20 seconds. You can't go longer than 20 seconds on an end screen. But also it's in the description as well. Go and follow everything. Go follow everything I have. You know where to find everything. Peace.